another amazing day at fmtraining.tv. We're here with Christian Schmitz for day 2 of Webhooks, which has been really great. We've been using this little awesome flick thing to discuss it, which has been very fun. A lot of really cool opportunities have been popping up as we discuss this. Real quick, before we get into everything proper, quick reminder, we stream on 3 platforms. We stream on YouTube, we stream on Discord, and we stream on Twitch. We follow all the conversations there. Please talk to us. Please ask questions. We love having questions. Christian loves having questions. We're here to help the community and teach you new stuff so you can use that stuff for your own FileMaker databases. It'll be great. Real quick, what is our schedule? Today we have Christian Schmitz, like I said, and then Wednesday and Thursday we Nick with relationships. I have no idea what he's doing. It is some Nick magic, so we're just going to leave it at that. Friday's going to be an open FileMaker Q&A with Calvin. Monday will be Christian will be your train to talk about customizing your FileMaker solution using MBS, which will be really interesting. And then Tuesday's going to be portals for beginners, some beginner stuff that we haven't talked about in a while. Portals are kind of a thing that people tend to get tripped up on when they're initially getting into FileMaker. If you'd like to support the channel, we would greatly appreciate it if you would buy our FileMaker bundle. Woo! It is 100+ hours of energy video content. I did the exact math on it. It's like 110 something hours of stuff spread over all sorts of subjects. Go, cloud, server, FileMaker Pro, of course, learning anything from scripting to optimization, all that jazz. We talk about it. We appreciate you buying us and helping us out. And of course, also, buy the MonkeyBread plugin since we're discussing this right now. This stuff is great. It's $150, right, Christian? If I'm thinking correctly.
Yes, of course. But people can just try a trial license first if they want to test it.
Which I also recommend. It comes with a lot initially, and it gets better from there. So please do that as well. RCC wouldn't recommend this product if it wasn't absolutely freaking fantastic, which it is. So. Now that we've discussed that, real quick, since you were talking about this the other day, Christian, through not magic really, it just took me a bit. I got the button, the little flick button. There's the thing. If I click it, I think you all should hear that. I hope you all heard that.
Yeah.
So it does every time you actually click the damn thing. It makes a noise if you actually got it hooked up, which is actually very cool. Makes a very tactile response. So. Now that we've discussed that, where are we starting today, Christian?
Well, we could take a look on getting this to run on a server, or we could get to connect it on your computer with the button to not just make a doorbell, but also to trigger a script.
What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to do the breakdown of the script, or do you guys want to jump straight to server? Since we have people here, Canberra, Foxy Jack, Uditi, Labo, 404, Lynn, Oregon, Peter, Scott, any preferences? It's a toss-up. Oregon Dean says server. Oregon Dean wants to see server.
Okay, let's take a look on the server. So I'd better share my screen.
Yes. We're gonna.
So this is again our little database, which actually is you could join live. Join us there. So this is a database. You can actually join us there and use all the little buttons here and try all the script yourselves. But we will try this on server, and I added a few more scripts there. Copy this to the chat. And on the server, we now got scripts to install the plugin on the server because I had to get the plugin installed. Well, was not there already. So on this file, we have a plugin table. So there's the MBS plugin for Mac, and there's one for Windows. We have a script to install it on the server automatically. And the plugin is installed by a script on the server, so we have to trigger it on the server. And there you see we are on the server, and we go to the second record because it's a Windows server, and then I just install it.
Yes, this one's gold. I think I use this one all the time.
There's install plugin file script step. We pass in the container, we get the errors, and then we show a message. Then I can also query a version on the server. Like, let's just run this. So on the server, I can create the version, and it shows me the version on the server, the date it was compiled, and also the timestamp when it started running. This timestamp, by the way, is coming back localized. So since I made this solution here in Germany, it's German formatting, but if you would run this in a US solution with a different locale, it would show the day and the month, and then first the month, then the day. So, and to run this on the server, we have a script to set up the whole thing on the server, and that's here. So we clean up any existing webhook. So I just use the webhook list function to get back the IDs of all the webhooks that are running, and then pass it to the release function, which then takes this list and frees them all. And then we create a webhook on the server. Then we listen for the webhook, and I did look up the queue length is 10. So there can be 10 pending connections to be waiting for being accepted by the plugin. But the plugin can have a lot of more connections. There could be 100 or 1,000 parallel connections, but you may not want to overload your server. Then to trigger whether the script should stop, I use a global variable defined by the plugin. So here's a stop variable, and we set it to 2 to 1 if you like to stop our loop. So you can use variables on the server and get and set them in scripts triggered by perform script on server. And this way you can set variables in one script and have them be read in another script on the same server. So then we have to do a loop here. So we run a loop, check for pending requests. So the plugin keeps a list of all the incoming requests. And we go over the list, and then we trigger our script to process every incoming request. And we don't do much here because we just spend some time and release it, and the auto answer will do its work. So just run this. And now we have it running, and there's also a list webhook call. Where is it? List webhook. And it says there's a webhook running, and it has no connections yet, because we show here the connection counter and the request counter. So connection would be how many connections we got. And not every connection is a valid request, and so we would throw away a few, and the web request counter would count the web requests. So, and now we would like to trigger the event. So let's see, this is the URL stream.@rcc. Seems to be a lot of people typing. I get sounds all the time.
Yes, we've got a question.
So let's see. No, that is the URL. So just test or something. And and I forgot the port number. So it's 9999, because this is the answer from the Microsoft Web Server for the homepage. So let's try again, test, and we get back here, okay, from the MBS plugin.
Cool, okay. Organ would like to know, with the script, does the server silently discard webhooks over 10 at a time?
The thing with the queue is a little technical detail, and we're talking much too much about it. It's just that there are computers sending a TCP packet to the server to initiate a connection. The server then puts that on the queue. The plugin will come to this queue every few milliseconds and look for entries there and accept the connection, and then another packet is sent back to the client accepting the connection. So this is how many connections can be waiting there to be accepted. And we can accept probably 100 connections per second. So there is no error returned in this case. I think we may return error if you send in a request and it's not a valid HTTP request. But that is, how could we test that? Good question.
I'm not quite sure.
Oh, let's just put in the wrong protocol. Okay, with FTP nothing, because you make a connection, you get a greeting from the server. Okay. So it's waiting forever. Same for SMTP. Okay, I'm not sure how to make a...
Give it an error.
Oh, we could try HTTPS. Yeah, but that would complain that the answer from the server is not what is expected. Okay. So the plugin would, it accepts any connection as long as they are not much too many.
So that hopefully answers your first question, Morgan. He has another one. The first step in the first script was to clear the queue.
This, so I want to run the script from time to time, and if I run it, it would first stop here an existing webhook, so I only have one running. So like if this script was stopped, there's still a webhook, unless, there's a release call, so we actually free it. And
so you're welcome.
Let's just clean the old ones in case we forget it. I mean, I'm developing this. I tried it yesterday, and when I wrote the script, I had from time to time the webhook already running on the port. Then I can't start a second webhook for the same port number because there can only be one socket listening on a given port number. And so I have to make sure that I stop the old one if there is already one.
Got it.
This script is fired manually, so I call here setup on server. You may automate that you may have something like you start the script checks if already one is running, otherwise it would exit. So if you your solution has a start script, something where you need to run the process or to have a webhook, and then you would initiate that and start it in your script login.
The script runs continually? Question mark.
Yeah, this script runs currently forever. You can have different solutions, like you could have a script running with a scheduled script. You could have run a script every few minutes and then have the script run for a few minutes. You could have several scripts running at the same time because you can do this webhook check from different scripts running in parallel. So you can actually process more requests and the whole thing can run threaded. Please try it. I mean, this is just one way. We just need to call this check method regularly. And in this case, our script would process the request. So when a request is coming in, this script here takes a little bit time. Depending on what you do, it may take a millisecond, it may take 1 second. So in this time, there is no, this script is not running. So every connection is waiting. But the check function will tell you the connection only once it got a full request. So this is not slowing down requests coming in. It's just slowing down to process them as quick as you can with your scripts. And you may have several PSOS scripts doing this. You may wonder how I stop it. So this script, this loop stops when someone sets the stop variable to 1. So when you have a script running endlessly, you should have some way to gracefully stop it. And for that, we have here a PSOS script, which just sets the variable to 1.
Got it. I currently use PHP DAPI to capture the webhook and a separate FM script to process the webhook, so these two processes are independent of each other. Is this your strategy as well?
So we are running within the scripting process. The plugin is always running in the scripting process. And there we can start the webhook, and then we have a thread running in the background to accept those connections, process them, and finally push them to FileMaker. So this is within the FileMaker scripting engine. We run our work on a thread, and there we can process the incoming connections and the requests as they come in. This is a little bit different than your PHP data API, because your PHP, if you send in a request, every request starts a copy of PHP to process your request, and then in this PHP script, you start a connection to the data API. The data API itself also starts another process just to process your request. And this talks to the database engine, and so it's separated processes, and they can run on different CPU cores. And you may be fine with PHP and data API. This is just a different way to do it.
Yeah, my process of some webhooks might take 4 to 5 seconds, other API calls. Will the connection be tied up with your strategy?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, you can run this, and you can run several parallel scripts to get more done. But basically, the check function here looks for webhooks which need processing. If you take 5 seconds for doing the script, then the whole script here waits this 5 seconds. But if you have several scripts doing this work, you may split it on different threads and run them in parallel. Yeah, you could run this here. This is currently running on a server with perform script. If you would have a perform script on the server, then you could, of course, run additional sessions and then get even more threaded. Yeah. But that's for future FileMaker version, maybe. So just try it. Let me know what you think. This feature is still quite new. I think it was end of last year we added it.
Yes.
And we just today found a little enhancement. So on Windows, we needed to change the plugin a little bit to accept IPv4 connections on an IPv6 socket, because by default, Windows doesn't do that. Otherwise, we just had to open the firewall for both the AVS machine and on Windows itself to allow port 999 for FileMaker. Then, if the server thing is done,
yes,
maybe we can switch to your computer, and
you can attempt to guide me through scripting something.
Yeah, let's see if we can get you to have a successful webhook.
Yes.
Do you have my plugins downloaded?
They should be downloaded. We're gonna see right now. There is.
You would need, from the MBS download, you would need the webhook file.
Yes. Let me pull up specifically this, because this has the auto install script on it. So this one specifically has this in our preferences. Install and register. Register. Okay. MBS is registered. Cool. So that just installed and registered. Okay. And so then you said you need to find the webhook in the actual.
Do you have the example for that, or I may just drop it into the Slack?
Might just drop it into Slack.
Okay, done.
Thank you.
Webhook event 12, yeah.
Binary. Show and finder. Oh, no, go. which is fine. We're going to do this now. Okay. So
the first thing would be, let's try to start this by clicking the Start button.
start.
And oh, you started. Okay, so now you have to go to maybe the terminal and try if it works locally.
Okay, so terminal.
The other way would be to go to the.
What am I typing?
So you could run a command like curl -v. I put it in the chat.
Probably do that just instead of me trying to. There we go. Curl -v. Here we go.
And see if we got a response. Yeah, wonderful.
Excellent. Cool.
Now, do you know the IP of your computer?
I
IP
believe
address.
I don't think it has a designated one. Like if I go to what system preferences, right? System preferences.
Yeah.
And go to network. I think IP address.
Okay, we should remember that.
Can I copy that directly? We'll see. And then am I entering it into the local IP here?
No, you could put it in the terminal in the curl. So you see up on the top, curl -v.
Yep. And then
HTTP.
I see. Hello. HTTP Richard is here. 10.110 and then 198 and then return.
Okay, yeah.
Trying to connect. Connection refused.
Oh, you missed the port number. Double colon 999. So cursor up.
Oh, I see. So I need to. Oh, so yeah. I need to add. Okay, so I need to add the semicolon.
You are in the terminal. Yeah, you can just type cursor up. Okay, but.
Oh, I could just go up. I see, but I'll just paste because I already did.
999.
9 4 9s, and then we'll try this again.
Yeah, also works. Okay. So we have the webhook running. I'm not sure about if you have a firewall blocking it, so maybe, but we could just try it on the phone. Could you mirror the little Flick app?
Yes. Give me a second. I'm going to grab, just so we can see what I'm doing with it, I'm going to go grab a lightning connector really fast. So I'll be right back.
Good idea.
Back with the lightning connector, so I'm going to plug this in and then get QuickTime running.
Yeah, QuickTime Player may show you the
screen
phone live. So you may go in the Flick app already. And as I told yesterday, it's just an example. You could take whatever button you like from whatever company. But we just got the Flick app and the Flick button.
Yes. Trust this computer. Here we go.
Okay. So you can click on the hub on the phone.
Yep.
Wonderful. And there's a button.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and then
click,
okay. I assume.
I thought you had it do the sound already.
No, that's just the click sound it makes. Like when you click the button, it automatically makes a sound.
Okay, so there's internet request
on
the bottom. And now you can type this URL again.
Oh.
So HTTP is already there. So 10.
Oh, I see. Then we type the IP address. Okay,
10.1.10. 198, yeah.
And then 999.
And then maybe a slash and put something behind, like hello. Okay, so click done. Yeah, and I think you have to click the add on the top.
The
add button on the top right, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, can you press the button? Oh.
There it went.
Was that easy?
That was actually simpler than I thought it was going to be. That was exceptionally simple.
So as you see, you can also define an action for double click or for holding the button.
So if I did a double click, internet request, I gotta type it all in again. 10.1.10.198 1, 2, 3, 4, and then slash, and then doubles. Done. Add. So if I do, there it went.
Yeah, wonderful.
That was exceptionally straightforward. So if I wanted
So
to do like open up CMS, for example, I would have to route the internet request through the server, I'm assuming, or
now what do you want? You want to do some action on your computer?
I was going to say if I wanted to open up a specific FileMaker database.
Yeah, okay. So let's go in the script here.
Yes.
So open script workspace.
Let me open up the file first. Oh, or this script workspace. Yeah, that'll work.
Just
Script
the script workspace. So we have the webhook received script, the third one.
Right here.
Number 3, yeah. So you see we are doing a couple of things there, but maybe we can just on the end, just before the commit, we could query the URL.
Return.
You see in line 4, you see the MBS call to get the URL.
Yes.
You could copy that. Copy not the line there, the actual MBS call there.
Yep.
Yeah. And now we make a set variable and put in that thing.
Set variable.
Yeah.
And then
put it in a variable, maybe URL.
Name URL. Specify. Command V.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Paste. Yeah, wonderful.
Okay.
So, and now next line we make maybe an if.
If.
So, yeah. Click, yeah. If $URL is equals / doubles, then it could do something.
Equal / doubles.
No, you have to put that in quotes.
Ah.
It's a string, a text. Yeah, okay. I press return. Maybe now we could put in a dialog box. Dialog box,
cool.
double click or?
Dialog, show custom dialog?
Yeah.
And then
put some text there and double clicked.
We did it.
Okay.
We did it. And then okay and cancel.
Yeah. Don't care.
Yep.
So save the script and press a button.
Command save, and then let's try this. I'm going to close workspace. That's really cool.
So instead of the dialog, you can do whatever you like. I mean, you could check if it's different text, like /hello. You could do something differently, or you could open a file. You could print the current record or whatever.
Yes, which is awesome. I assume everyone followed that. Not that that was exactly super difficult, and Christian was doing a lovely job by coaching me through it.
We probably lost 10 people when you searched the cable.
And I had to wander off to go find cables.
Okay.
Peter Gaines is typing.
Yeah.
Andrew Gee, if you're still on YouTube, did that answer your script discussion, or did you want something else specifically? Another night of no sleep. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not complaining. It's 10:30 here in the evening, so, and I would be happy to be in the bed at midnight. So let's go maybe to the script again, and you can do the other thing like opening a file, or if you press a button, or
yeah. So we can do.
So
we'll just.
Oh well, you could just say if $URL is hello.
Yeah.
Like you could copy this.
Yep. Command copy. But hello. Return.
End if. So.
Yeah, and no, I need not in. Hopefully it'll end if.
Yeah, you can move the commit line. You can move that up
Yep.
before all our stuff.
Commit line with where?
Yeah, after the last set field. Up, line
there we
12.
Go.
Yeah. Oh.
Grab the end if like a goofball. We'll fix that. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then that needs not to be there. Okay. So, and then we can do what? You said open a database?
Yeah, you wanted to open a database, yeah?
Yes. So what would be the script for that?
Just type open.
Open.
Does FileMakers have an idea here?
Open file.
Yeah, why not?
Open hidden off. Add FileMaker data source. I could make it open livestream, I think, which we have a copy of this on the thing. So open hidden off livestream.
Save the script, press the button once.
Okay, and then we'll click it once and see what happens.
Oh.
Interesting. It's not authorized to open the protected
Yeah,
file.
there's a little bit security, so you can't connect files you don't own.
Account name. I think we'll just do the viewer. That's only guest access, not full access. So let me change the data source. Add FileMaker data source. We'll do lookup this time. See if this one is nice. No. So, yes. Oh! I hit yes, and that one automatically opened. Interesting.
Yeah, you have your password in the keychain, probably.
Probably. Okay, cool. So now if I click it once again, it should automatically open. So as soon as you authorize it, it'll be happy. Which is actually really cool. Is there anything else that you guys want to do, specifically while we're sitting here?
So maybe we have more questions?
Nope, people got all suspiciously quiet on us.
Yeah, nothing on YouTube?
Nope. So Andrew wanted to see the script initially, and I asked him but we did server first, and now we're doing script. And now we're doing script. I asked him, hey, did this answer your stuff? You got specific questions, specific things you want to see? I haven't heard back yet. If you do have something you want to see, Andrew, let me know. Twitch exists. What do you have in Twitch? Users in chat. AL, another TV viewer, Dahani's, DeCinco, Itzema, Caxis, Midsoon, Sega, and then We Love Marbles. Any of you guys have any questions, things you want to see specifically? Something that doesn't make sense?
Yeah, or we may extend it to any other MBS-related question if people are more interested in other things.
Yeah, if you've got no questions about webhook stuff specifically, which is admittedly very cool, but other MBS stuff, you can now ask those.
Okay, so maybe we can also test another option on the Flick app. There was a possibility to define a header. So maybe we can look on the iPhone. So we can pass some more data.
Okay, so like if I had held, what would I do here?
Yeah, well, internet request again.
Okay, and then got it.
So 198, yeah, and double colon 9999
done. Okay.
Slash something. That's so you see there are HTTP headers, so people could put in something there for key and value.
Okay.
For example, like you can just write something like test.
If we can spell it correctly, test.
Yeah, and then value. Like you could have a webhook to trigger script, and you could put in the name of the script or whatever you like, some parameters to it. So you would distinguish between different buttons calling the same URL.
Okay.
So you can just type some numbers or whatever. It's fine. Okay, done. And when you add that,
So,
And now if you hold it and, oh, we have to look on the database.
yes, where, yes, here. There we go.
So now press and hold. Okay. So you see it called the again. And in the headers on the right side, there should be our test value.
Uh,
Oh, I don't see it.
That's interesting.
Is it in the raw data on the left? Bottom left? No.
No. That's odd.
Oh, let's go back to the screen. Did we type it correctly?
I could have
On
messed
the
something
iPhone,
up.
yeah.
Huh. So
Can
it
you
didn't
close the
save
script
it.
workspace? Ah, it's not saved.
I think, do I have to insert specifically? Hold
I
on.
can't see the iPhone screen.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it didn't save.
So,
When I pop back into it again, it didn't save. So if I do
oh, it
test...
didn't save. So, oh, maybe you have to press the insert button there.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I have to press the insert button. So 2, 3, 4, insert. Test. Okay,
Oh.
yeah. Interesting. So save now, and then
Okay,
if I hit
done.
done, let's try this again. Did
Maybe it doesn't like it that you put a space behind the test. But
David Angel.
anyway, you can put, of course, all this information in the URL, and we pass the parameters. So let's put in a parameter instead. So on the URL, you have this again, and you could put a question. No, on the iPhone,
Yep.
you could put in a parameter. So a parameter there would be a question mark after the text. No, leave it.
Oh, okay. Put a question mark
Again, after that. So question mark starts the first parameter. Now we need a parameter name, like whatever, ID.
No, it's not the ID.
Yeah, and now we need an equal signs.
Okay.
Yeah, and now we need a value like 1, 2, 3. Okay.
And then done.
Click done and done. And please press and hold.
It didn't make a new. Maybe I try this again.
Yeah, maybe because you weren't editing. Can you press again?
Yeah, I just did. The button went off. It's just not happy for some reason.
Okay, is the script workspace is still open?
Is it mad about?
Maybe close it.
Saved.
Is there still?
Should be this, and then try this again. Make sure there's nothing entering. No.
And the normal click does work? Yeah,
it opens the thing like we put it to do. So if I hit hold again, it does like the sound reaction to it, but nothing is happening.
That's strange.
That is odd. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong. I just don't know what.
Is that a Chrome plugin? Not that I have a bug and pausing.
Might be after the question mark. Yeah, because I did ID equals 1, 2, 3. That's all in there. I can remove this if it's mad about that. Maybe. Yeah, it was mad about the URL header for some reason.
Oh, now it's working. Okay.
Yes. So.
Wonderful. Can you click on the headers thing on the right? The header file field, yeah.
I removed the header because it wasn't
working.
So.
Oh, maybe the header was wrong for it, yeah, because of the space after the test. Which I would expect they remove it if you type it accidentally, like if you put in a space.
Yeah, if I did test, there's no space there, and then 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
And
and
then
then
I hit
insert.
insert. Okay. But the space just appears down there anyway. Let's try it again.
No, the space after the double colon is correct, but one before is not. So maybe press done.
There we go. Yep, no, I was just put a space in the wrong spot. And then...
Okay, so...
But the header still isn't...
Now you have to actually invoke it again, I think. So first on the iPhone, click done.
Ah, right. No, I didn't save. I'm a goofball.
Yeah, and now you press again.
There it went.
And there test appears. Okay.
Got it. Some connections to webhooks wait for a reply of fail or success, ?
Yeah, well, we currently just use the auto answer mode where the plugin would automatically send out an answer saying it's okay, we received it, which makes sure that we can accept connections, process them, and answer them without waiting for your script to finish. But you can tell the plugin to keep the connection open so your script can decide what answer to send. So your script could decide this is a good request or a bad request, and on a bad request you could send an answer with an error code. So we have those different modes. In this case, we are always returning OK for every request.
Hopefully that answers your question, David. So we gave it a parameter, and then now the script can identify the parameter, I assume? Or you can write a script to identify the parameter?
Yeah, and I'm wondering why it's not showing up. Oh yeah, with the rest. So we also have a function. So in the headers, of course, the parameter is not directly in the headers, but we have, what is it? URL components, yeah. So we have a function to get the URL passed. So let's just change the script.
Yep. Okay.
The the script for the receiving.
Webhook received.
So let's go. There is let's take the get body. So line 12.
Line 12.
We change line 12.
Okay.
So please open the calculation. Specify. Yeah. Now the other one.
Oh, whoop. Cancel.
Or just hold the Option key and the plugin right there. So there you see get body, and we change the get body to URL components. So can you remove that? So now type U.
URL components.
Yeah. And I think the plugin is not the newest one because you don't have autocomplete.
Whoops. I'll have to borrow the RC about that one. URL components. Is that correct?
Yeah, looks correct. So save the script. Now we can press again, press and hold, and see if we get a new request.
Okay.
Yeah, and there you see the JSON for the past URL. And there you see a parameter section where we have the parameters separated for you.
Which is awesome. And then okay, that's actually really cool. You could do a lot with that. Oregon or Dave Angel, right now, is it handled by the plugin?
Yeah, the plugin. So we have this easy mode where the plugin automatically answers 200 OK for everything. And then there is a custom mode where you can answer yourself and decide in the script what to send back.
So it depends if you need to change that. Okay.
Okay, so we have the parameter passed. You can have different URLs for different buttons. They could all have the same URL with parameters and pass different parameters. Yeah.
YouTube and Twitch are being quiet, but I assume they are blinded by how cool this is.
Well, you have to come up in your company, like know that, Margaret, you know how this works. You can add it to your solutions.
Yes.
Like you could put in, like, this is usually for people which are not sitting at the computer. So something like you have a button somewhere near your balcony or something where you see outside, you see, oh, the postman is coming, you press a button and everyone gets a Slack message for, please open the door, the postman is coming.
That would be cool. Like another thing I could see you doing is if you were wearing cameras, like people wear GoPro cameras, click to take a specific shot if you're looking in some direction. That would be cool. Things like that.
Yeah, so we originally wrote the webhook things for people with phone systems. So you would open your FileMaker solution. The FileMaker solution would set up the webhook, and when you get a phone call, you would get the request from the phone system, and it would tell you in the URL all the details, like which station ID, which phone number is calling, and then you could open a new window, go to the record of that customer, and then see the customer details for the call.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, that's something you could build here. I mean, you just need a phone system with a possibility to make a HTTP request.
Yes, probably could do that for our phone guy who sells FileMaker. So he could easily, get a call and it pulls up the information out of finished goods. Which is the database where we store a lot of customer contact information, in case people are curious as to what I'm referring to. That would be really cool, though. No, this is really awesome. Thank you, Ben, very much for your patience for walking me through it. Hopefully the fact that I dragged everything down to a grinding, slow halt made it easier for some people to understand. Morgan, did we just need to make sure the webhook code is always running? David Angel's typing.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the idea here is when you use it for the phone system, you would have your FileMaker solution set up it when the solution opens and shut it down when the solution quits.
David Angel, have you tested with the biometric time clock?
My office doesn't have such a time clock. If you have one which can send an HTTP request to a given IP address in your local network, then you can listen there with FileMaker.
So basically, as long as the thing itself makes HTTP requests, it should work with this.
Yeah, well, that's what a webhook is.
Yep.
It's just some device, like a doorbell, sends a HTTP request when something happens and passes in some data. This can be, as yesterday, it can be a little webcam on your lodge in the mountains, which takes pictures of nice birds and then sends you the picture.
Okay.
So if nobody has any other questions, we may call it a day.
I think we're good. I think you get to go off early. Thank you very much, Christian. Seriously, we greatly appreciate it. I hope this has been as educational for the people as it has been for me. Thank you very much for your patience and your great way of explaining everything, so even I could get it. I appreciate it. Thank you everyone for coming, and we will be seeing you next Monday, I believe.
Monday, yeah.
And I was going to run the music, but then I unplugged things, because we're out of USB plugins. And then Richard wandered by and he moved it, and I had it right here, and oh my goodness. Okay.
You need a button. You need a button for your music.
I need a button for the music, yes. Okay, and there we go. Have a good one, you guys. See you all tomorrow.
Of an individual up here who may be a FileMaker license. Well, it's potentially expired. Look at the back of that car right there. Looks like the FileMaker license has expired. Sir, I need you to step out of the vehicle. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Sir!